Not as dramatic as last night's ball game. However, the result is the same as the Blue Jays win it 4-3 over the Texas Rangers there at Rogers Center this afternoon. 2-0 are the Toronto Blue Jays on the season, and they at the very, very least win the series against the Texas Rangers, doing exactly what you're supposed to do. But before we get into the ball game itself, I made a purchase at Rogers Center today. We got powder blue, Alec Manoah, baby. I want to get your guys' thoughts. So, we got Brett Laurie up there. I know that thing's probably got to go. Vladion and Manoah here. What do I do? Does Vladdy go up there, Manoah on, or vice versa? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to get your guys' take and let kind of like the fan vote happen. All right, you guys let me know. Let's get to this ball game, though, and the Blue Jays win it 4-3 over the Rangers, and it's beautiful. Another great day at Rogers Center for myself. 2-0 on the season. I'm not going to complain whatsoever. Bottom half of the first inning. You know what's great? Top half of the first, Kevin Gausman does not allow a run. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. That feels very nice. We go to the bottom half, and it's a nothing tie. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr., George Springer on. Vladdy inside, it's a ball in the inner half, and he fights it off and dumps it over the first baseman's head into right field for a base hit. Springer comes in to score. Vladdy to first. And the Blue Jays are in front 1-0. Exactly where you want to be here. And then a couple batters later, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. grounds into a fielder's choice. Bo Bichette comes in to score. And the Jays are now up 2-0 early. And I'm thinking to myself at this moment, I'm like, damn, okay, this team might just absolutely slaughter the Rangers today because they're building off of yesterday's craziness. Now, the offense does slow down as the game goes along. Dane Dunning does a pretty good job, at least finding his way. And Kevin Gausman got his first start as a Toronto Blue Jay and was great till the top of the third inning where there was a lot of hard contact. Obviously, the Marcus Semien double down the left field line past the diving Matt Chapman, and Jonah Heim scores, making it a 2-1 ball game. That was really not a hard hit ball, but Jonah Heim hit the single to lead off the inning, and Teo bobbles it in right field. Heim ends up at second base. That's their number 9 hitter getting on with nobody out. It's really not what you want to be seeing. You turn the lineup over to Brad Miller, turning up to guys like Marcus Semien, and the Jays had a tough time getting out. It's kind of like in the first inning with Barrios. They really had a tough time. You know, Marcus Semien doubles, making it a 2-1 game. Then Kyle Seager gets an RBI ground out. Miller comes in to score. Then Nathaniel Lowe, hits an RBI single, and Semien scores. And just like that, the Jays are now down 3-2. After Gausman threw 2 really good innings, struggles mightily in the third, but the veteran that he is settled down and he gave you a great fourth and a great fifth inning, keeping it a 3-2 game. And look, that's all you ask out of these starters because you know this offense will find a way to punch through at some point. And in the bottom of the fifth inning, Bo Bichette is sitting all over this off-speed pitch from, I believe it was Dane Dunning. Man, they could have been a reliever. Either way, I don't care who the heck it was. Bo Bichette gets into it and drills it to left center, and it's way on. And the Blue Jays have tied it at 3. All right, exactly where you want to be midway through the ball game. The place is buzzing again. We got a whole new game here. And their bullpen, as we learned yesterday, is not very good. And the Jays' bullpen is significantly better. So you're in a good spot at 3-3. But let's even get any more offense going. Well, in the bottom half of the 6th inning, Ryan Tapia at first base. I believe he grounded into a fielder's choice, which obviously he ended up being safe at first base. And it would have been Kevin Biggio's spot. And I got to say, guys, Kevin Biggio in the first 2 games has just looked ugly. Look, he made a great diving play in that first inning defensively, but offensively, he has just looked all out of sorts. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Just didn't look right. And for the second game in a row, they pull Kevin Biggio basically midway through a game. Bottom half of the 6th inning with 2 out and Tapia at first. They bring in Espinal, as they did yesterday, and it paid dividends yesterday, and it did again today, as he crushes one to left center field into the gap. Tapia goes flying around the bases. He gets a head first slide into home, and he didn't need to, but it doesn't matter. It's all for the effect. And the Blue Jays are in front now, 4-3. Great stuff by the Jays there. And then the bullpen locks things down. Jimmy Garcia, phenomenal again today. He was great yesterday. He was great again today. 1 inning, nothing doing. Tim Mayza, great job. Jordan Romano, you know what you're going to do. Fantastic job by the Blue Jays bullpen closing this game out and picking up the 4-3 win. And like I mentioned earlier, and a few times already, they're 2-0 on the season. All right, let's get to the team stats here real quick. George Springer, 2 for 5 in the game with a run scored. Bo Bichette, 2 for 4, scored 2 runs, had an RBI, obviously, on his 1 home run that he hit in the game. The first one of the season for Bo Bichette. Vladdy didn't go long, didn't go deep at all, but he went 2 for 4 in the game today, had an RBI, obviously, the bloop single in that first inning to get things started off. And Alejandro Kirk, look, he only has 2 hits today, or the reason I say only, because I feel like he's barreling up everything. In the first 2 games, almost all of his outs have either been warning track shots or just shy of the warning track or a laser beam. This kid can hit, and we're seeing it firsthand. It's remarkable to watch. He was 2 for 4 in the game today. That's why they have him in as a DH one game and then catching the next. And then when it comes down to when you need defense, no more offense, like in the 9th inning, you bring in Danny Jansen to close this thing out. I thought it was a great job from Charlie, really plugging Kirk in there because you need to have him in there. And then Santiago Espinal goes 1 for 2 in the game with the game-winning RBI and gets the Gatorade dump at the end of the game from Vladdy. And the Blue Jays, they keep on rolling. They're doing what they got to do. The Yankees are doing their thing against the Red Sox. I'll say the Red Sox are frauds yet again because they can't pitch. That's been the story, I mean, from the second half of last year until now because they didn't entrust anything. So, the Blue Jays pitching staff, however, is a lot better. And Kevin Gausman, as I mentioned, that rough 3rd inning, but other than that, he settled down and was really good. 5 innings, all had 8 hits, 3 runs, all in that inning. Didn't walk a batter and struck out 5. That's going to be a theme I think we're going to see from Kevin Gausman. In his last spring training start, he went 6 innings, didn't walk a batter, and in the first game of the season here, went 5 innings and didn't walk a guy. So, he was good. I didn't think he was great, but I thought he was good enough because this offense is good enough to propel you to a win when you only give up a 3 spot. So he did a good job hanging around and keeping the Jays in it. Trevor Richards went out there, got in a little bit of trouble, but settled down and didn't let anything happen. I think it was an inning double play. No, that was the end of the 5th inning, I believe. Gausman got the double play from Bo Bichette, who took it himself to short to first. But Trevor Richards went an inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, got a strikeout, nothing doing there. And obviously we talked about Garcia, Meza, and Romano. All clean innings, no hits, no walks, no Ks for any of them. But a clean job. You close it out, and you win 4-3 against the Texas Rangers. You know what's crazy, Jays fans? Last year, when you see a 1-run ball game or a 2-run ball game, every Jays fan is like, it's not over. Like, this team will blow it, or they'll find a way to make it interesting at least. Not today. And yeah, yesterday was an incredible fiasco, but once they got that 10-8 lead, or even that 9-8 lead, they settled down, they got the job done. Jimmy Garcia did the 8th inning, Romano the 9th, and you were shut down, no problem. The Jays bullpen is a lot better than it was last season, and it's very evident because you won a 2-run ball game in the first game, and you won a 1-run ball game today, and that 1-run ball game was in the 6th inning, and you shut the door the rest of the way. They did a great job tonight. Now, Jays fans, Game 3, the finale of this series, goes tomorrow. I'm going to attempt to be there tomorrow. I got work, and I don't know what time I'll be able to get off, so we'll see what happens. But Ryu gets the ball for the Blue Jays, as of right now, looks like to be determined for the Texas Rangers, which I'm not really sure why. They should have their first 3 guys set up ready for the Series 1 of the season. But either way, it said on the score, and it said on MLB at bat that is to be determined, so that's what it is to me. 107 first pitch at Rogers Center as the Blue Jays, oh, you know what they're looking for to start the season, and you guys know what I'm going to be bringing out for it. So, you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the game this afternoon because it's nothing like watching another W for the Toronto Blue Jays in this highly anticipated season. A great start so far. Smack the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the game. Would you like? Would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up. Send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys. Okay. Raptors edition. Oh, I still didn't even check the date of that. I'm so busy with the Blue Jays, and the Leafs are on now. They play the Knicks. They're in New York now. I'm assuming they're playing tomorrow against the Knicks in the final game of the regular season at MSG. If they play Monday, they play Monday. It is what it is. And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're in action right now against the Montreal Canadiens in the first period, I believe, and we'll see what happens there. I'll talk to you guys post-game then. And as for the Toronto Blue Jays, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Post-game, Jays, Rangers, the finale of the first series of the season against the Texas Rangers, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game this afternoon. We'll talk to you guys then.